while we have regular programming on our air on WATE, we decided to join you live here on WATE.com to continue our Project Grad Tools for Success telethon. I'm here with Michael Taylor and our volunteers on the phone bank with Project Grad and Project Grad supporters. You're with Knox Ed Foundation.
That's right.
Let's talk more, and I love that we have this chance to delve a little deeper, to talk more into what Knox Education Foundation is.
Sure.
And how you all have evolved into supporting Project Grad over the years.
Sure. No, I thank you for that. And I think folks, while they may not recognize the name Knox Ed, I think they're familiar with some of the work that we've done over the years. So Knox Education Foundation really is the merger of Project Grad Knoxville and Great Schools Partnership in March of 2020. And of course, right in the middle of the pandemic.
Right
so,
in the middle. Timing is everything.
Timing is everything. But we still continue the great work that both organizations were doing. There was a lot of similarities and partnerships between the two, so it was just a natural fit to come together to build a more robust organization that can work with our students, work with Knox County schools, and help make a difference.
And you know, one thing that we really want to talk about this year there are 84 Project Grad scholars between Austin East, Magnet High School, and Fulton High School.
That's right.
But our efforts are helping even more students, those students
That's right.
and more through the Student Opportunity Fund. So let's start there with that fund.
Yes, and so really as the program has grown, while we have, as you mentioned, 84 students that are part of the Project Grad program, we also have some funds that help support all students at Austin East and Fulton. So the Student Opportunity Fund focuses on barriers that may impact students during their high school experience. So it can provide funding for field trip, credit recovery for a class, and one great example of something that occurred recently, 9 hosts of students, so it's the Health Occupation Safety of America competition. So 9 students in the nursing program had the opportunity to attend the national competition and compete. It was the first time Austin East has had students participate in that, and the Student Opportunity Fund helped provide support for those students to be able to attend.
That is wonderful. Something else, let's take a moment here because so many of you have asked about our students and the stories that we do on students.
Yes.
Let's get back to Project Grad students, and I want you to meet one of those, Noah Janini, and he's actually one of 12 students at Austin East, granted a full ride at the University of Tennessee. We have seen more this year than ever before going to UT, and while this covers tuition for 8 semesters when combined with the Hope Scholarship, it doesn't cover room and board or books, and that's why your support is so very much needed. So let's take a look at that.
The goals really just came natural. I always been the best of what I do. So every year high school I always had a high GPA, and I try to maintain that every year. And that's what allowed me to get the scholarship by having a high GPA.
How high is it?
I got a 4.2.
Noah Janini is also a teacher's assistant at Austin East, making time to give back.
Coming in as a freshman, all the upperclassmen helping out, stuff like that. And now that I'm an upperclassman, I like to help out younger kids too.
Noah's leadership skills were born in part out of his athletic achievements.
I played basketball 3 years out of 4. I ran track every year, ran cross country, went to state every year in high school. That's one of my biggest achievements.
His least favorite subject is English, but he excels in math. It's no surprise that he has his sights on a future in mechanical engineering.
I just like the fact that you can build gadgets and stuff like that. I really love stuff like that.
Proud mom Teslyn Gilmore shares this memory.
He built his own computer. He took one apart and rebuilt it.
Noah is one of her 8 children.
Kashif Warren Jr., Keontae Warren, Noah Janini, Jaquila Janini, Jackenzie Janini, Nolan Janini, Brooklyn Henderson, Nolea Janini, because I also got custody of their younger brothers and sisters.
So you have 8 kids.
I got 8 kids, yes.
How do you do it?
God.
Noah's message to our community.
I say keep helping out, donate, the littlest amount will help. Just keep helping out.
Oh, and that is so important. And these students recognize that this effort is going on to help them.
Yes.
And they have all expressed, without me asking, they've all expressed their gratitude.
Well, we're happy to support, and we know that it makes a difference because we can see it with the students, and just eliminating those barriers and creating those opportunities for success, because each student can accomplish it. Sometimes they just need an extra hand.
Well, and a lot of times these students are the first in their family to go to college and hopefully graduate from college.
That's right. It's very true. And that's really where our Tools for Success Fund comes in, right? In addition to the Student Opportunity Fund, it focuses on those students transitioning to post-secondary, as you talked about. They may have a scholarship that covers some things, but it may not cover books. They may need a laptop. If they're headed to the electrical apprenticeship program, they may need a pair of steel-toed work boots. It makes sure that does not become a barrier for them to be able to achieve those opportunities.
Sure, I'm fond of saying they need everything from books to work boots, and it's true, and everything in between.
It is.
Speaking of that, let's talk more about kids going into a different career track. For a while it was college, and that is so important for so many kids. It may not be for every student.
That's right.
And there are good paying jobs in another sector that would require maybe a certificate.
Yes, there are. And really it's that having a certification, having a specialty, whether it's something that folks are obtaining, at TCAT Knoxville or one of the other apprenticeship programs, there are really some great employment opportunities out there for students, especially for students that are really good with their hands or, enjoy engineering and different things, that there's some opportunities that with that certification they can go right to work with a great paying job right here in our area.
Coming up tonight on 6 News, we're going to have the story of Axel Gonzalez, and he's a student at Fulton, Project Grad student, loves working on cars, loves repairing cars. And you really get to know these kids, and it's such a blessing to me. He said, hey, check out my Instagram. And so we're now following each other. And he has so many videos. He is very talented.
Yes.
He can really transform these cars.
Yes.
He'll have a great, successful business.
Oh, it is. And that's a wonderful, again, career field that if you think of from the dealerships to repair shops across town. Again, great paying jobs that students can go right to work with these certifications, and it makes a big difference for our kids.
And there's another layer to this. He is one of several kids I've talked with whose family moved here from another country. His family moved here from Mexico 6 years ago, and he said, if I were in Mexico right now, I wouldn't be able to have this opportunity.
That's right. And that's also where some of these funds come into play. If a student needs a prerequisite, maybe the place that they've moved from, the community they've moved from, they didn't have the prerequisite necessary to lead into, again, whether it's a 4-year institution or one of the apprenticeship programs, this helps make sure that they can attain that opportunity.
We want to remind everybody to give us a call. The telethon continues. Our phone lines are open until 7:30 tonight. You can call 865-582-4985 or donate right here online on WATE.com or knoxed.org. Plenty of ways you can give. We're keeping track of every dollar coming in. And right now, we haven't announced this yet. Should we go ahead?
Yeah,
Why
let's
don't you
do
do
it.
the honors?
Let's do it. Yeah, right now our total is $42,352.
Wow.
Thanks to your support. Our goal for today is $65,000. We're really getting close, so help us get it over the top.
We're going to do it.
We're going to do
Where's
it.
our phone bank and our applause for that total? There we go.
That's it.
There we go. Oh, it's exciting. And the fact that this is coming in, and we did have a donor, an anonymous donor, who pledged to match up to $30,000.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, we're very excited about that. All right. We have some more stories now, and here's another one. And this is what I love about Project Grad, too. If you're a Project Grad scholar, you get to walk the stage twice at graduation time, one at high school graduation in May, and the other at the celebration dinner, which was last Sunday, the 14th, at the Knoxville Convention Center. There were 2 students representing, one was representing Fulton, the other Austin East. We're going to meet the young lady representing Austin East.
After high school, I'm going to attend Emory University, and I'm going to study early childhood development. I plan to become an elementary school teacher.
Angelina Irankunda says teaching will be a way to give to kids whose life stories are similar to her own.
Kids like me that come from lower income places and that go to school where people don't really see or believe in them as much because of the area that they live in, but if they have people to push them and like encourage them and pour into them, then they can do great things too.
Angelina comes from a close-knit family who moved here from Africa when she was a toddler.
I've lived here since I was little, like 2, so I've pretty much speak English, but like for my parents and like my older siblings who didn't grow up here, like watching them learn English is like, yeah, I can tell like it's actually very hard.
The language barrier actually led to a love for numbers.
My favorite subject is math because like a lot of people say they don't like math because it's hard or whatever, and it can be, but I feel like the most challenging subject is like English or science.
Her grade point average reflects her determination to succeed and her commitment to the Project Grad program.
My GPA is a 4.3, and it makes me very proud to like see that all the hard work that I've been putting in through the years is paying off. And like programs like Project Grad who pour into students like me, it pushes us to go harder because it's like somebody believes in me and somebody is willing to invest in me.
Future teacher Angelina Irankunda, Project Grad, class of 2024. We enjoyed talking with her, Michael, and her very supportive family. So proud of her. She
Yes.
had several family members at the dinner. And here's the thing. She said, you know, many of them don't really speak English right now.
Right.
And she recognizes how hard it is to learn. She's done really well.
She has. She really has, and
Yeah.
just excelled. And it's really such a wonderful story.
And her story is one that we want to hear. She will get her education and will come back to Knoxville to be a productive member here and be a teacher
It
here.
is, you know, and we have so many students saying that they want to come back, which is great, that they want to come back to Knoxville and not only give back to the community, but be here and be a part of the, you know, really such a vibrant community and contribute back.
Yes, and so you are literally making an investment in these kids, and you'll enjoy that investment for generations to come because they will come back, and that cycle will continue. The one that's been broken of
Yes.
not going on to further your education or your goals. Now they're starting that new thought.
They really are, and it's building a vibrant workforce, and you know, it's exciting to be in a place that's growing and a place that kids want to be.
We are growing.
We are.
Woo,
It's really
that's
is.
a whole other story. Just look on the roads. We are growing.
We are.
Let's talk about the Student and Family Crisis Fund, because that's another important part of what you all do.
Yes, it is. And that's something that Project Grad has really helped support this year for families that have an urgent and immediate crisis. It could be a situation, food insecurity, something that we can do quickly and then help hand them off to other support services in the community. Or if we have a family, for example, that their internet access has been turned off at home and a student's trying to complete work for school. Again, it's designed to be a short-term fund to help with some immediate needs, and then our Project Grad team connects them with other community resources to help them with that going forward.
Wonderful. You know, as we were getting ready for today's telethon, I want to share another story with you. I met a grad scholar and her twin sister taking advantage of the 865 Academy's approach to her education. And this has really exposed her early to the field of nursing. The grad program has also been guiding her along the way. Take a look. Fulton High School senior Ingrid Guzman is already a step ahead in her planned career as a nurse, working on this medical mannequin. What is it about nursing that appeals to you? Why do you want to do this?
I just want to help others, honestly. I like to help people, and I just want to help in the future if I'm able to.
She is developing an understanding of some of the fundamentals in patient care through the school's Health and Human Services 865 Academy, funded by Knox Education Foundation, which also supports Project Grad. Ingrid sees the opportunity to take advantage of all that Project Grad requires, including summer institutes at UT and Pellissippi State, where students learn what to expect at college.
It was like a presentation about nursing, and that really stayed with me.
Ingrid just learned she's been accepted at Marable College. She'll become the first person in her family to graduate from college. She's looking forward to the next 4 years thanks to scholarships earned through Project Grad, and she appreciates support from our community to help with other tools for success.
I say thank you because it's a big help.
You know, that's what we hear. Thank
It
you,
is.
thank you, thank you. And we thank you for supporting this effort as well.
It is. It makes a huge difference. It makes a difference for these students. And if you think about, again, for some of us, what may be a small barrier, for them it's a big one. And so the support from the community for both the Student Opportunity Fund and Tools for Success Fund is having a big impact for these students.
I have to give a shout out just in case Ingrid is watching, and her twin sister, because her twin sister was so busy, she dashed off. She had cosmetology classes. And so that's what the career field she is going to pursue. Her name is Chantal. They are delightful. We enjoyed meeting them. But just 2 more students that are seeing success, and they'll be the first in their family to go to college and graduate.
It is. And it's a natural fit with the 865 Academies. And Knox Ed's role as the convening organization, helping support Knox County schools in that, really transforming the high school experience to expose students to career opportunities, multiple pathways that they can pursue. It's really been beneficial for students and made a big impact, both at Austin East and Fulton.
Yes, when I was at Fulton, I got a good look at what Ingrid was going through, but let's talk about some of the other 865 academies that are out there.
Yeah, and really that focus is for all students, not just those that are in their traditional vocational programs, but bringing businesses and others from the community into the classroom so students can learn from hands-on experiences and see it through the lens of a business partner, what it's really like to, work on math equations that are related to specific companies and businesses in the community. It makes a big difference as they think about the career they want to pursue. And sometimes there may be a career they think they want to pursue and say, you know what, this isn't for me. But it's great that they've discovered that now as opposed to down the road. So it gives them an opportunity to really talk to folks in the field, learn about it, what are the prerequisites, what type of education do I need to pursue that. It's been a very positive thing, and it will continue to grow over the next few years.
We have specifics on that. Noah Janini, who you met earlier, at first he said, well, I want to do business analytics, but no, I really want to do mechanical engineering. So just honing in on their skills and things that he kind of picked up on when he was a younger child, learning to really enjoy building things, taking them apart, rebuilding them.
Yes. No, it is. And again, it's great that we can do that in our schools and with real world opportunities with business folks that, can mentor these kids, connect with them. It's been a very positive thing with this transformation.
We touched on this earlier, but this was one thing I especially noticed, not just by looking into the students and their stories this year, but being at the dinner, and that is, I kept hearing over and over, they're going to the University of Tennessee. There are more this year than ever, and we touched on that, but let's talk a little bit more about that.
I agree. A lot of kids and I've been impressed with the grade point averages and how well these students have done in school. But it's a record number going to the University of Tennessee, a record number staying home. But we're really excited about those career paths that they're pursuing, and they're ready. And that's the exciting part about it. They're ready and they're excited about these opportunities.
We have some very humble people sitting right behind us. I want you to do the honors. I know them very well. Let's talk about what each of these people do. We're online, so we can take all the time we want. What a joy to be able to do that. But I want you to know these people and what they do.
Yes. So first, Cynthia Manning-Durrell, who's our Director of Post-Secondary Pathways and Project Grad, she is helping lead the charge. And overseeing that work and meeting with folks in the community and helping make the connections, and really has done a fantastic job as we're going through this transformation and talking with folks about the opportunity funds and how we can help support that. And it's been just a great partnership and piece.
Absolutely.
And Christy Kirk, who has really spends time both between
Christy.
Austin East and Fulton, but working with our team. It's we've really pushed into a family engagement approach. A community and family engagement approach where we're, if we don't have the solution, we're connecting families and students with opportunities in the community.
And let me just say, everybody, the kids talk about these two all the time.
They do.
They're in the interviews. They credit both of you with so much, and they say family. It feels like a family.
It is. It is. And they know that they can go to these two wonderful ladies are folks that are embedded at the school and say, hey, I need help with something. Can you make a connection? And sometimes we can, if it's something we can support with a fund, or other times it's another partner in the community. It's a mentoring opportunity. There's a lot of things that we're helping make the connection on.
All right. Once again, everybody, call this number. We're about out of time, 865-582-4985. I said we can use all the time we want, but that's really not true. Give us a call. We've got folks on the phone line, and hey, go online as well. You're right there right now watching, WATE.com or knoxed.org, and there's a little blue button that says Invest.
That's right. Just go to the Invest tab and you can support the 2024 Project Grad Telethon with WATE. It's easy to do. We've had a lot of folks go online and do that,
Yes.
especially between the breaks. So do that now and help us reach that goal.
I love it. Thank you so much for being with us. And don't forget, join us at 4 o'clock from 4 to 6:30 and then again at 7. We'll have more stories of students who are seeing such success through the Project Grad program. Thanks to Knox Ed. Thanks for being with us.